Renfield, Mike Messier here. Mike's Instant Movie Review. Just saw Renfield. Mixed feelings on this one. It kind of grew on me, but the first 5 minutes of the movie, I guess spoiler. Should you see this should you see this goddamn movie or not? Mixed feelings. If you're one of those people that needs to see every movie just so you can talk about it with your friends or on social media, I guess you'll go see it no matter what I say. If you want a thumbs up or a thumbs down, is this a fucking great movie? It's not a fucking great movie. It's watchable. It feels to me that the frustration in this movie is I feel with a few editing changes, maybe a few casting changes, it would have been a better movie. I feel like there was a lot of meat on the bone here that they did play with, but they could have played with it differently. Here we go. I just felt like, for my personal taste, and now we get into the spoilers, the action started, within the first minute. They have like this, what they're doing now in a lot of these movies is a fast forward to action montage. Like, this is the shit you're going to see later, but we'll just throw it at you now. Some other fucking movie did this recently, and I didn't like it in that movie either. It's like they don't trust the audience to hang with them for 5 or 10 or 15 minutes. Give me some fucking story here. And I don't know. It just seems like these asshole film fucking board of directors are sitting there somewhere and wherever the fuck, and they're saying, "Oh, the audience, they need some action right away. They have low attention spans. We gotta have them a big fight scene before we go too deep into it. So these teenagers with their phones, they don't have the fucking patience for anything." So then they take this fucking movie and then they throw in some fucking action scene, like a fast forward. So we basically see, the fun of like the Bela Lugosi vampires and the Peter Cushing Draculas and all these classics is there was always some nice intrigue and mystery before you get to the actual vampire or Dracula. But not here. We just get this throwaway fucking action fast forward thing that's totally out of context. Makes no goddamn sense to anything. The guy that plays Renfield, I can't remember his fucking name. He was pretty good. I felt no chemistry, to be quite honest, with him and this Aquafina lady. She seemed to have this, like, pissy scowl on her face the whole fucking time. I looked up some of her information. I guess I have seen her. I did see Crazy Rich Asians. I did like that movie. And, I don't know. I just didn't buy. Yes, she's supposed to be a cop, and she's pissy because her daddy's dead. I just saw this other fucking movie, this horror film, Mulan or Marlowe or Mallow or whatever the fuck I just saw 3 or 4 nights ago. Same goddamn thing. Female cop who's walking in the footsteps of her dead father cop who was killed in the line of duty. Is this a new goddamn trend? I mean, are they handing out these fucking bullet points in Hollywood or wherever the fuck that's making these movies? And, once again, people, I hate that term Hollywood because most films or many films these days are not made in fucking Los Angeles or Hollywood. This film, for instance, was made in Louisiana, y'all. Creole. So, what the fuck? And then it had some Quebec fucking thing at the end. So I guess Quebec was involved. But it was filmed for the most part Louisiana. We make a good old jumbo. So, that's fine. I don't know. There was some chuckle fucks in the theater. This was some, preview night, whatever the fuck. So some chuckleheads behind me were getting their dicks hard about every fucking thing. I dozed off a little bit once. But a big crowd tonight. This was like a preview type of thing. Just when these movies have, look, I like action fucking movies. I like fight scenes and all that good shit. But you have to have some goddamned emotional involvement before you get into these fight scenes. Otherwise, they're just fight scenes. Build up some fucking characters and then have them fight. It's not goddamn rocket science, assholes. I mean, you'd be making fucking movies long enough. But it's like, nope, the audience needs a fucking action scene. They need a fight scene within 5 fucking minutes. So let's just throw some shit on the screen and see what the fuck happens. Okay, thanks, assholes. So any fucking goddamned way. I don't know. I'm more impressed by my fucking lighting in here tonight. I've got a whole fucking secret apparatus I'm not even going to share with you fucks how I'm doing this. Might have to... Oh, there we go. How's that for a fucking... What's that called? What's that goddamn shot called? Whatever the fuck. So there you go, folks. I don't know. I mean, I can't say it's a great movie. I can't say it's dog shit on a fucking silver platter either. It's somewhere in between. I don't know. I mean, the chemistry between the leads seemed pretty off. A lot of height difference. This Awkwafina must be 5'2", if that. And this guy she's working with, this lead guy, I can't remember seeing him before. The guy who's actually playing Renfield. They didn't seem to have much chemistry to me. I don't think they even kissed. I mean, kiss if you want. I mean, then you got the fucking sister. I mean, I thought Cage was good. Cage did his fucking part. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him playing Dracula again. But this movie was just 0 to 60. I'm also, I guess, you know, on a very honest level, I've written my own fucking vampire story or vampire-esque story, A Distance from Avalon, and I would say my story's better than this. And of course, all the assholes in wherever the fuck, you know, it takes money to make money, you fuckheads. So all their goddamn piece of shit scripts are made into feature films and mine aren't. They're just sitting there like pieces of shit. Because assholes like you won't go and buy my goddamn book or buy all my other things. My books, my artwork on fucking eBay. You pieces of shit don't support me. You say you fucking do, your blue goddamn idiot thumbs, but do you actually buy my fucking work? Do you subscribe to this goddamn channel? Any fucking way. I didn't really like the movie. There you have it. There's the fucking truth. I just felt like I'm watching a movie that's got some redeeming qualities, but it's like a good movie stuck in a bad movie. Like fighting in a paper bag, and I think the bad movie just wins. That's how I felt. If you felt differently, if you see this thing, and then you come back and say, well, gee whiz, Mike, blah, blah, fuck, fine. There was some good things in here, like, for instance, Dracula shows up in the guy's apartment, Renfield's apartment, and it's like, oh, how'd he get in the apartment? Well, there was a welcome mat outside the apartment, and fucking Renfield looks out his door, and he sees the welcome mat, and then the audience, like, chuckle-fucked. Like, you know, the audience that I was with, they had to let you know that they caught every goddamn vampire illusion, that they were in on the fucking joke. Thanks, assholes. See you at the convention that I won't go to. Any goddamn way. That's it. That's the movie.